welcome to the video. I'm going to show you how to install mirrors on your car, truck, whatever it might be, the correct way. But first, I want to show you this mirror. I put these on yesterday. They are the 5x7 from LMC truck. I really like them. I am in no way partnered with LMC. I wish I was, but I'm not. And I saw these on the website and they were too good not to get. They're really sturdy. I mean, like, moving the whole truck. And I like that they aren't like the big toe mirrors, but they're, you know, they look good with the camper. So I'm gonna turn this truck around and I'm gonna start the other side and show you guys exactly what I did, step by step. I love this truck. If you ever park stupid like I did, you can do this. It's actually easier to move the car by the wheel than actually pushing it. Ta-da! Where are you going? Like, to adjust to get on a rack, that's the easiest way. Let's close this so we can actually see. So first thing I noticed, that wasn't the case on the other side. This side has two little things that look like somebody tried to Bondo and cover the old holes that might have been from the mirror that was on here before all these mirrors. I don't know the story. It's 67. It could be anything. Anyway, so I'm gonna actually just move the mirror that I'm gonna be putting on a little bit back, kind of in the middle of these two, just because I want to avoid drilling through here as much as I can without flaking anything off. This truck is nowhere near perfect, as you can tell, but the way that I'm going to be doing these mirrors, I would recommend for like even a fully restored car. It's the only way to do it. So I'll show you guys that right now. Most of you probably know how to use one of these, but if you don't, keep watching because I'll explain it to you. It's super simple when that time comes. So like I said before, I'm going to be moving it a little forward. So I think about here would be okay. I'm gonna sit in the car and see what that looks like though. Yeah, that's all right. So you're gonna start off with drilling the little pilot holes in here. If you have nice paint, I would definitely recommend taping off the section with like masking tape and then using a punch. But in this situation, we're not gonna do that because this is not. It looks like I'm going through some Bondo on all of them. So we'll see if they disintegrate or not. That's fun. Next step up. So now we're gonna be using the step bit. I'm going to be going to 7/16, which is the notch right before the tape. I'm scared of this one. I just don't want it to like, but I think all the Bondos mainly on this side. If your mirror doesn't have one of these gasket things like this, or you lost it or something happened, I would recommend putting maybe a little bit of silicone around the Nutserts when you put them in so that water doesn't get in here. If you have something like this, you don't really have to do it. I'm not gonna do it just because, I mean, there's so many holes in the door, it doesn't matter. But in general, precaution. Okay, pause everything. My antenna topper came in. I know this is cheesy, but I thought it was really cute. It is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so for those who don't know how to use this Nutsert tool, you get the Nutsert. So before I start that, there are different sizes. There's big ones, smaller ones, like these are M8. These are probably M12, no, 3/8. But yeah, so you can get like different size ones. There's not only this size. I just went automatically to the size that I needed for the bolts that came with the mirror. But if you have smaller mirrors, obviously use smaller bolts, use smaller nutserts. Before we install it, for the first time, you put the nutsert on here, you go all the way to the bottom, and then when you close this, you'll feel some resistance. And so what that's gonna do is that's gonna pull this forward, and then when you come back up, you're gonna have space again, and then you can tighten it and redo it. So for example, when you go to start, put it in, you wanna kind of give it pressure so that it stays flat against the surface. That's probably like one of the most important things. And then you squeeze that, and it will create tension and pull back part of the nutsert for you to then tighten it back up, and then you'll get tension again. Do it again. So it's for you to see it up close to really understand what's happening inside the door is when it's out like this. See how there's space here? When you go in, space is gone. So it's pulling it against the door. This is where the Bondo is going to be kind of tested the most, probably, because I don't want to pull it out, but I want it to be stable enough for like dirt roads and stuff. Ooh, yeah, let's take some of that away from there. I'll respray that. Yeah, see, this is all flaking. Probably should have done a video on the other side where I didn't have any of this issue. Wouldn't that have been more professional of me, huh? Motherfucker! These are in so while that's drying, I just want to let you guys know that in the description of every one of my videos, if you see parts and brands that I'm using in the video, chances are there's a discount code in the description. Like today, I think we have like Barnes 4-wheel drive, we have Raceline wheels, Heatwave visual, stuff like that. So check those out because those discount codes I got for you guys specifically. So thanks for watching, and let's get on with working. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Oh, it's almost. Just has to be up more. Yeah. Cool. Hi. Let's take the truck outside for the final reveal. Well, that is it. Thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate all of you. Like I said before, in the description, lots of discount codes, lots of links for you guys to decipher from what you want. I appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, all that YouTube stuff. I will never get used to saying that. Stay tuned for what's next. I think I'm gonna go take this thing to the car wash. Bye.